In a few weeks, we will be celebrating Emancipation and Independence. And while you partake in all the festive activities, we want you to do so safely. So in today's magazine, we focus on your protection, whether on the road or online. We have you covered. Plus, citizens taking up the mantle of peacemakers. I'm Adrian Atkinson, and you're watching Jamaica Magazine. Stay tuned.
Are you being promised lots of money, trips overseas, marriage, gifts, and other benefits without strings attached? What of jobs with excellent salaries but require no experience? You could become a victim of human trafficking, modern-day slavery, where you're forced to work or perform sexual favors. Remember, not everything that glitters is gold. If you or anyone you know has been a victim of human trafficking, call 811 or 1-888-PROTECT. Be wise, open your eyes, spot them, stop them. A message brought to you by the National Task Force Against Trafficking in Persons.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, July 19. Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie has called a meeting with the island's cleansing officers. The meeting is scheduled for Thursday at the Royalton Hotel in Negril, Westmoreland, and coincides with the recent outbreak of leptospirosis in parts of the country.
Rat infestation is made up of many things. And to single out the garbage collection as the main reason for the rat infestation is unfortunate.
While commending the island's sanitation workers, he says the meeting will be geared towards how the National Solid Waste Management Authority may improve its service. The local government minister was speaking at this week's handover of 4 compactor trucks to the NSWMA to be used for garbage collection. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Statin, yesterday launched a national strategy for the development of statistics, NSDS. Finance and Public Service State Minister Favour Williams says this will support Jamaica's Vision 2030 National Development Plan by providing an enhanced, efficient, robust, and up-to-date data system.
As a statistical tool, the National Strategy for Development of Statistics will assist in harmonizing statistical information, which is an essential ingredient in planning, monitoring, and evaluating the development of the country.
Minister Williams says the NSDS will also reduce the duplication of efforts in the public sector by introducing a reliable network for sharing information.
Systems such as this demonstrate a level of integration that investors find appealing, because it means they can be strategic in the legwork they must undertake. And this, ladies and gentlemen, drives growth.
The National Council on Drug Abuse, NCDA, will be embarking on a full-scale youth public education campaign to delay initiation into smoking and to provide young people with information about healthy coping and lifestyle options. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton made the announcement in Parliament yesterday as he responded to a private member's motion on the public health issues arising from tobacco and ganja use.
The adolescent period, therefore, is a time of great susceptibility to social influences presented through the marketing of products, peer group interaction, and of behavior exhibited by role models. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, with the aim to stem the resulting health and economic consequences, primarily prevention strategies are focused on youth and young adults to drastically lower youth initiation and the use of substance abuse.
This campaign will build on the NCDA's #TalkTheTruth, #FutureComeFirst prevention program. The program will be implemented over a 2-year period, utilizing mass media campaigns to include social media and special edutainment strategies.
A defining feature of this campaign is the integration of peer and family support strategies to support and maintain behavioral change.
In the meantime, Dr. Tufton says his ministry is currently developing a cabinet submission regarding the Comprehensive Tobacco Control Bill. The Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, is providing the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, with financial support to host several summer camps for vulnerable youth this year. The two signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Monday, under which JSIF will provide $3 million in grant support for 700 young people to attend the 2-week residential camps. 5 camps are being hosted across 18 communities between July 9 and August 24. They are being organized in partnership with the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information
in response to the growing demand for targeted social intervention and services to this underserved group to deliver collaborative services that address crime, fear of crime, and other safety issues which concern the community.
Camp facilitators and counselors will be mobilized from the Community Safety and Security Branch, the Corporate Communications Unit, Mobile Reserve, and participating schools. The camp's chief architect is Deputy Commissioner of Police, Novlet Grant.
And it's not just about a summer camp program, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 1-year youth empowerment and mentorship program. We use the summer camp as a launching pad to pick up in the September school year.
The partnership is part of JSIF's wider Summer Camp 2017 initiative. Through this, JSIF is providing $22 million in grant support for a total of 32 camps across the 18 communities that fall under its World Bank-funded Integrated Community Development Project. And finally, the deportation of Jamaicans from the United States will be part of the discussions during next week's staging of the Jamaica 55 Diaspora Conference. Several members of the Jamaica Diaspora Immigration and Deportation Prevention Task Force will participate in consultative workshops to determine these individuals' eligibility to return to the U.S. The workshops will be held on July 27, being observed as Diaspora Day of Service. The Jamaica Diaspora Immigration and Deportation Prevention Task Force was established to educate nationals overseas about their immigration rights and the benefits of becoming citizens of their host countries. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
Get legal advice for free. Yes, free! From the Mobile Justice Unit. The Mobile Justice Unit makes scheduled stops in towns across the country, and the unit is open for stops at community meetings and school expos. Get free consultation on matters to do with land, immigration, divorce, job redundancy or termination, custody and maintenance. The Mobile Justice Unit, providing access to timely justice outcomes. To request a visit, contact the Legal Aid Council, 131 Tower Street, downtown Kingston, or call them at 922-3761.
If you want to see a particular change in our society, you have to be willing to play a part. Individuals from various communities are being trained by the Ministry of Justice to play a part in maintaining order in their neck of the woods. Find out more about this initiative next.
This is community justice. Residents who are standing up for peace and just actions, reclaiming Jamaica land we love.
The decent, law-abiding citizens of our country must now be more proactive and seek ways and means to overcome those who want to destroy Jamaica. Goodness must triumph over evil.
It's not a one-citizen thing, and it's not just a town thing. The Ministry of Justice is rallying the masses from country to town.
Creating a national movement of decent and upright people to take back Jamaica and to return discipline and respect for the rule of law in this country.
Using a series of public sensitization sessions, the ministry is seeking to bring together peace monitors or justice leaders. Pastors, doctors, custodians, lawyers, teachers, and other positive community members are being trained in justice programs such as child abuse, domestic violence, human trafficking, mediation, restorative justice, and legal aid. Professionals within the justice system are on hand at the sessions, equipped to answer questions.
Victims who have been sexually abused, and I speak to the evidence. A young miss, she is impregnated by an adult, and the man leaves the area. This is in relation to soccer. The man leaves the area when it's hot, and a year after, he's back in the area. What's the follow-up?
As it relates to teenage pregnancy or persons who got pregnant below the age of 16, we don't just investigate and leave things hanging. We follow up. So if the person left the community, we're still after him. We try to find out where he is. If he comes back to the community, we go, we get him, we put him before the court.
Armed now with the knowledge of truth and justice, the community members will now help other citizens access justice services, resolve conflicts, and be productive members of society.
We're sending a signal to the Jamaican people, and in particular, all law-abiding and decent citizens of this country, to join us in the work that we are doing to safeguard the future of our country as we move towards a just, safe, and secure Jamaica.
I think the sensitization sessions, it's a great initiative of the Ministry of Justice. I think it teaches us now as citizens to have a greater responsibility, and it has opened our awareness. There are several activities that you can access through several services through the Justice Ministry. So it's not only limited to human trafficking. We have learned today of victim services. We have learned about legal aid services in addition to restorative justice. And key as well is that we have to access those who do not have access. So we now have to go into those remote locations. So it's not only to those internet users or social media, in other words, but it is just a great responsibility. I love the initiative, and it just makes you feel good to be a part of this great effort.
The project is being carried out through the Justice Undertakings for Social Transformation program. Already more than 200 persons have been trained. By year end, over 2,000 persons will be on the program. Peace, civility, good order, and improved behavior in communities will be the fruits of this program.
This helps the problem from reaching to the court, where it takes a lot of time and a lot of pile-up that is being done today.
I think it's very good. It's commendable on the part of the ministry to have done this. Based organizations would be the best avenue to reach the population and to have people committing in their own space, in their own community, persons who are familiar with the situation and the culture and are willing to serve.
Justice, truth be ours forever cannot be achieved without community members.
For Jamaica 55, we will be celebrating Jamaicans home and abroad, and the festivities are plentiful. Many of you may be driving to some of these events. Arrive in one piece and protect other motorists and pedestrians by focusing on the road. Want to know the dangers of distracted driving? Pay attention to this next feature.
A motorist's ability to fully concentrate on the road is extremely important. Anything that requires a shift in focus should be avoided.
The traffic environment is a busy one. Road users, drivers especially, have to be concerned with everything that is happening around them. but sometimes they engage in activities that limit their ability to be fully alert or react appropriately to situations. Driving distractions amount to anything that requires a driver to take his or her hands and eyes off the steering wheel or the road. Studies have shown that distracted drivers are setting themselves up for varying calamities. Drivers who use handheld devices are 4 times as likely to get into crashes serious enough to injure them. Using a cell phone while driving, whether it's handheld or hands-free, delays a driver's reaction as much as having a blood alcohol concentration at the legal limit of 0.08%. A driver sending a text message only has about 9% control of the steering wheel and the vehicle at the given time. Being distracted causes drivers to react more slowly to traffic conditions or events, such as another vehicle stopping or making a left turn or pulling out from a side road. Distracted drivers fail more often to notice or recognize potential hazards, including pedestrians, bicycles, or debris on the road. While these statistics are mainly from the United States, the situation in Jamaica is no less alarming, and authorities are taking note. Consultation is taking place here in Jamaica about a law to ban the use of cell phones while driving by imposing fines and other sanctions. In the meantime, drivers of public passenger vehicles should not use cellular phones while driving. Using earphones or hands-free kits may allow a driver to still maintain control of the vehicle with his or her hands. But a driver's best bet is to refrain from using them altogether, as their focus will now largely be placed on the conversation. While cell phones may be the most common distractions, a host of other things may lead persons to take their attention off the road. Here are some general tips to deal with them. Plan your route beforehand to avoid getting lost or focusing on navigational systems such as GPS. Ensure that children use child seats and seat belts to prevent them roaming in motor vehicles. Turn down the volume of music played in vehicles. Refrain from texting, emailing, answering phones, or attending to pagers while driving or walking. Avoid reading while driving, whether newspapers, billboards, or other advertisements. Do not watch television or DVDs in your car while driving. Avoid multitasking, such as combing your hair or applying makeup while driving. Have your meal before beginning your journey to eliminate the need to eat while driving. And keep conversations with other passengers to a minimum. At all times, remember that you are ultimately responsible for your safety and that of others.
On our roads, remember, take time, be courteous, drive good, walk good. Part of keeping our roads safe is ensuring the vehicles we drive are mechanically safe, meeting all roadworthy requirements. And besides that, we must be good drivers and avoid risk-taking and sensation-seeking behaviors which are prone to causing road crashes.
It's not only while driving that being mindful is important. Focusing on what you are doing prevents accident in general and is the most critical step in keeping safe. Many injuries that occur at home or work could have been prevented if you were being mindful. While walking on the road, always try to be vigilant of your surroundings so you can be quick in identifying danger and getting yourself out of harm's way. So help make Jamaica a safer society by being aware, staying responsive, and keeping your eyes, ears, and instincts alert. With the advent of the internet, we don't have to leave our homes to do certain things, like shopping or conducting financial transactions. However, this ease from the hassle comes with some amount of risk. Here are a few suggestions of how to secure yourself online.
Choose strong passwords. A lot of us reuse our password and we use easy what we call soft passwords. You know, the name of your child, your date of birth. We encourage consumers to choose passwords that are complex, include characters, numbers, and symbols in your password, and no less than 8 characters. The other precaution is to control access to your machine. That includes don't leave your device open on the table. So your smartphone or your computer, lock the screen. Very important because somebody can easily access your data that way. The other precaution is to protect your sensitive data. So identity theft is real. And it's pretty easy for an actor with criminal intent to get your private, to create an identity of you. So they can go on your Facebook page or your LinkedIn or any social media site and grab your information, your name and other information, and create a profile of you in a different scenario. In some cases, they can actually go in other jurisdictions, they can use a social security number and actually apply for bank accounts and other services, financial services. So identity theft is real and it affects us all. So the advice is to try and limit the amount of information you put out there in social media. Social media is important. It keeps you in touch with friends and family you haven't seen for years, and you have a big geographical distance between them, but it also exposes you. So keep your private information offline. In regards to online shopping, utilize the services of a legitimate and well-known and well-established website. Some of these more well-established websites may not necessarily carry the product or the service that you're looking for, but you do have websites out there that they may be running a legitimate organization, but their security precautions that they take in their back-end system is not sufficient. It not necessarily means that you can't shop with them, but or they might not deliver your product, but the level of trust that you have in them might not necessarily be what it should be. But online shopping, there's a service called the Better Business Bureau, which a lot of these websites utilize now. And what they do is the Better Business Bureau will evaluate the website and organization for the level of legitimacy, the care that they take in protecting shoppers' data, and they will give them a rating. Their rating system is also based on the number of complaints that consumers logged with the Better Business Bureau. So so websites that are highly rated by the Better Business Bureau will have a tag on them, BBB. You may have seen that before. So that's a good way of evaluating a particular website if you choose to shop with them. Protect your credit card information, especially online. Don't just plug it in any website. And remember to log out of websites after you finish using them.
In the past, we would simply, go into a bank and we would sign mountains of documents to purchase a house or even a car. Now there are opportunities for you to use digital signatures where you can do these transactions online, which now makes it even more challenging to police, because how do we know that you are the actual individual online that is adding a signature to a particular contract or an agreement? So it is very important for consumers to understand and to have a better education on protecting ourselves in these regards.
Let's celebrate Jamaica to the world. fastest man in the world, first Jamaican woman to win gold in Olympic 100-meter sprint, an upcoming global superstar, mouth-watering meals, and a vibrant set of people. We are Jamaicans. Let's get together and bring back the love.
Speeding through life and the traffic lights till somebody get hurt and the tears start cry. Save a life for the kids, for you and I. Save kids' lives. Make the road safe whether day or night, for pedestrians, passengers, cars and bikes. Save a life for the kids, for you and I. Save kids' lives.
Hey man, it's our job to keep the road them safe and protect care of the youth them so we know them safe and obey the road code. Don't race, no bother with the speeding case. Make face and check your light them at your tires and brakes. Riders on the pillions who left the helmet. Put on the cell phone, no send no text. No matter what color they on your plate.
When you're on the road, take your time. When you're on the road, bear this in mind. When you're on the road, you can save a life. When you're on the road, when you're on the road, I beg you please be safe. Wear your seatbelt for keep you safe, and make sure your helmet's in place when you're on the road.
Hey, follow me. Well, everybody drive good and walk good. Then teach the youth them how to cross good. I beg you obey the road signs, park good. And put the young ones in a car seats, all good. And everybody drive good and walk good. And we say young and old, I beg you cross good. Remember the dark clothes at night, that is not good. From you I use up the sidewalk, it's all good.
When you're on the road, take your time. When you're on the road, bear this in mind. When you're on the road, you can save a life. When you're on the road, when you're on the road, I beg you please be safe. Wear your seatbelt to keep you safe, and make sure your helmet's in place when you're on the road. When you're on the road, when you're on the road.
This is where we close the pages of another Jamaica magazine, but our story continues online. Visit our YouTube page or our website to watch other episodes of the show. We value your feedback, so send us an email or drop us a message on Facebook or Twitter. On behalf of all of us here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.